Hello, hello, hello. I am your host OCL, and welcome back to One Century Later. Today, we'll be taking a look at all events from June 22nd to June 28th, 1925. As with last week, all of my sources are in the description down below. Monday, June 22nd, 1925. The National Fascist Party of Italy ended its fourth party conference. In Mussolini's closing speech, he referred to his goals as totalitarian for the first time, saying, "That goal that is defined as our ferocious totalitarian will, all within the state, nothing outside the state, nothing against the state." This marked a significant development in Mussolini's control over Italy. Tuesday, June 23rd, 1925. Over 100,000 protesters went on strike in Guangzhou, China, in protest of the May 30th incident where the Shanghai Municipal Police fired on a crowd of protesters during an anti-imperialist protest. As the protesters in Guangzhou marched past the Xiamen Island, British and French troops stationed there received gunshots coming from the protesters. While both sides blame the other for starting the firefights, in the end an estimated 63 people died and many more were injured. Also on this day, the Soviet Union created the Lenin Prize, a prize similar to the Nobel Prize that would celebrate the accomplishments of Soviet citizens in the areas of science, literature, arts, architecture, and technology. Wednesday, June 24th, 1925. The United States and the Kingdom of Hungary signed the Treaty of Friendship, Commerce, and Consular Rights. This treaty set the diplomatic and consular relationships, trade, cooperation, and friendship between the two nations. Thursday, June 25th, 1925. After arriving at Kings Bay on June 19th, Roald Amundsen, his crew, and the N-25 seaplane boarded a transport ship for their 4-day trip to mainland Norway from Svalbard, Norway. Also on this day, General Theodoros Pangalos overthrew the Second Hellenic Republic, the government of Greece, in a bloodless coup d'etat. The prior evening, Pangalos had been informed that he would soon be arrested, and he decided to act. General Pangalos seized control of the naval fleet and demanded the resignation of the current cabinet members, or else the army and navy would bombard the government buildings. To prevent bloodshed and unnecessary destruction, the cabinet resigned and the coup succeeded. Friday, June 26th, 1925. Following the previous day's successful coup, the president of Greece, Pavlos Kontoriotis, dismissed the prime minister of Greece, Andreas Mikalakopoulos, and General Pangalos was appointed as the new prime minister of Greece. Also on this day, in Lagos, the capital of the British colonial Nigeria, Ibikunle Kitoye was elected as the Oba of Lagos, the monarch of the Yoruba people, by the Lagos ruling house. And finally on this day, the Canadian tugboat Ocean King was struck by the bow of the Canadian ocean liner, the Marlock. The Ocean King was on duty to tow the Marlock, however it crossed too close to the ocean liner and was rammed. The boilers in the Ocean King exploded, and unfortunately all 9 crew members on board would die. Saturday, June 27th, 1925. A 6.6 magnitude earthquake struck near Helena, Montana. No casualties were reported, however it did cause $150,000 in damages. Sunday, June 28th, 1925. Following the events of the Sheikh Saad rebellion earlier in the year, the Independence Tribunal in Diyarbakir, which had been set up to conduct trials of members of the rebellion, imposed death sentences on 48 of the rebels, including Sheikh Saad himself. That is all. See you next week for all events from Monday, June 29th, 1925 to Sunday, July 5th, 1925.